And we are live. Groove LemonAid number 50. Celebration. Hey guys, Davey Lemon here. I just wanted to kind of uh, bring myself up a little bit because this is an achievement. 50 different sessions, normally 2 hours, so that's quite a lot of hours spent with you guys here answering questions. And I actually heard a comment for one of the other platforms I'm using, and the issue there was that the owners or the creators or the customer support, they just never did any kind of Q&A, and the users felt like it's not a reputable company. They were not loving it. They're not confident that the company can sustain itself. And most of the times the communication, a personal communication on a Q&A basis or something, is really powerful. So 50 sessions with me. You probably are bored by now, but in case you are actually building your business with some of the questions and answers that I'm providing you, it's helping you. But I just wanted to let you know that we are not going anywhere. I'm not doing this for no reason. Groove is here to stay. Groove is here to basically provide you for a long time, for your business, for your family, and I just want to make it easier for you. So that's why we're doing these Q&A sessions. I'm going to pop up the banner so everybody knows what is happening and we can start answering the questions. So if you have not seen, or if you have not received any notification or update or anything, we have released an interesting feature that I personally created and I kind of put together, and then I went to the devs and asked if this can be done, and contacted the founders only after that, when I actually kind of created it already, because we need a better feedback platform for communications of features and basically a roadmap of what's happening in the Groove. Also feature requests and bug reporting. Our previous platform, we grew out of it, so we had to pay a lot more money to kind of keep it up, and that's not something we planned to do. So we had to change platforms because they didn't want to kind of work with us on some features or on some prices and things like that. So we found a new one. We found a new platform for managing the feedback and the comments and things like that, and we are using them and we are super happy. Let me just show you what I'm talking about for those of you that just turned on their computers. So if you haven't logged into Groove yet today, what you're going to see when you log in is that we have two new icons here on the top. One is the new updates portal, which you can click on and then see all of the updates that are happening with Groove. If there is something new released, or if there is something related to GrooveCon or marketer screws or a launch or affiliates or something, all of that is going to show up here. In case you would like to see it in a bigger view, you can also click on it and then see it on a full screen. But with this portal, we created something that is called a single sign-on. So what this means that if you would like to kind of request some features or do some bug reporting or something like that, there is no other platform that you need to register for and log in and do certain tasks. Everything is now built into Groove. Only thing is, if you would like to receive these update notifications into your email inbox automatically whenever something is pushed here, you can click this subscribe button at the bottom. I'm just not showing it here. Let me just go back. So here, there's a button for subscribe for updates. You click this button and then you can fill in your full name. Just type in your full name, so name and last name, and then the email address. Okay, here this is going to allow you to receive all of the updates in the inbox, which is pretty cool. Another thing that we did is the feedback over here behind my back. So these three dots, when you click it, you have feedback and a roadmap that you can see directly built into Groove platform itself. So now you can see what we're working on, what is in progress, what is up next, what are the future things that we are going to be implementing, and you can follow that. Just clicking over here and clicking on the follow button, you can keep up to date in case there is some new details or there is some comments or something about that. There will be people asking for stuff like, for example, earlier I answered question about something over here, and all of the people that were following that feature on the roadmap got updated as well. So updates, this is the bigger kind of view over here of what you see in this little widget here. So in case you want to kind of see the updates, then you can just scroll down here and watch the videos as well. And we also have the bug reporting and the feedback portal now moved here. So the previous portal that you were using on feedback.groovefunnels.com, it's no longer active, okay? It's no longer working. I'm still going to be using it because I will be merging the information from there to here so that everything is kind of connected. But if you have an issue with something reported here, so bug reporting or feature requests, I'm going to show you how to do it. So if you have a new feature request, then you add it in here. So the title, you add in the title, you add in the description, and then you click submit. I'm going to receive it in the backend. It's not going to be immediately available publicly. I'm going to receive the request and categorize it immediately. So some of the feature requests are for GrooveCell, some are for GroovePages and things like that. When users are when users need to do that themselves, when users need to categorize that themselves, it's a whole chaos. So that's the issues that we had with the previous feedback portal. If you go into GroovePages, there is 4,000 different requests, and most of them are not even related to GroovePages. So we want to kind of avoid that. So if you have anything, just report it here. I'm going to be the person that is kind of juggling the things in the backend, and that's going to make it simpler, and I'm going to be up to date with all of the bugs and the feature requests that you guys want so that we can implement them faster inside the Groove platform. That's it for this little thingy. Oh yeah, one more thing. As I mentioned, we have a single sign-on, so you can see I'm here in the Groove platform. I'm logged in with my account, David@groovedigital.com, and this feedback portal immediately recognizes that this is me. So no need to register, no need to do anything. If you have something to report, you can now do that directly from these 3 dots, feedback, click roadmap and feedback, and then do this bug reporting and things like that. So that's very cool. I really like it. I'm very happy about it, and we'll see how it works. So these are the new things. Also, an exciting news that just went live. What day is today? Friday. A couple of days ago, we added the new version of GrooveMember live. If you haven't seen that announcement, you will probably see it now in the new widget. But what we added is GrooveMember in a sandbox mode. What the sandbox mode means that GrooveMember version 2 is getting ready. It's being worked on, and we wanted to kind of do a different phases. So the first phase was create a new, powerful, faster, easier, simpler builder, and that's the first phase, and that's what we actually released out there now. So when you go into the GrooveMember, I'm actually going to show you very quickly right now. So let's just log into GrooveMember. So over here, we're just going to choose GrooveMember, and you're going to see your memberships when you click on the memberships button here. If you didn't create a new membership yet with the version 2, then you're going to see all of your memberships here in this view. And if you actually create a membership, then you just need to choose the version 2 in the sandbox mode. Okay, so when you go in, the difference is that you're going to be creating your membership pages. So this is it's kind of your portal, it's the membership site, and then for the courses you can manage the membership outline and basically a course within that membership. So this is what we created, a simpler outline for welcome page and also the different modules and then the lessons. And this is the phase one that we wanted to create, a much better, simpler, faster, easier to use builder. So click and then type and then go to the next one and then click and then add on, and then it just flows smoother and is going to allow you a lot more time to focus on the content and then on the actual customizations and building and things like that. Also with this, you can actually have more templates. So we'll be creating more templates. You can also have colors, so you can customize your colors. You can choose between the pre-made styles that we offer, and we also allow you to kind of go in and then change all of the colors to match your brand and things like that, which is super awesome as well. If you would like to see a full-on walkthrough of this version 2 in the sandbox mode, then head over to YouTube, and in our Groove.CM last week we actually did a video with the Barshi, which is here. It's actually 2 weeks ago. So GrooveMember version 2 demo, we did a full-on walkthrough of what it does, how it works, and why we did it, and we answered a lot of questions at the end. So you can see most of the questions that were asked, like how will the audio content block work, will the video be hosted inside Groove that will prevent it from being downloaded, and we answered a lot of questions with the Barshi. If you don't know the Barshi is the product owner. He is the person managing the team that is working on the GrooveMember platform, and he basically is at home with all of the features and what's going on. I am also very involved, but not as he is. So I'm more like a level up, just having a look if everything is being worked on, if everything is moving forward, but he's the one that is actually pointing the devs to the right direction. So that's on version 2. This went live. Go ahead, play with it, see how it works, and yeah, we're looking for your feedback. There will be 2 more phases. Of course, the one we have currently is still missing some features, like changing the name of courses memberships, deleting a course membership, but that was not the main thing that we wanted to do. What we wanted to do is really focus fully on the builder, on the hierarchy of the builder and things like that. These small things we can add on really simply, but the main feedback that we are looking for and the main improvements we will be working on in this phase is the builder itself. We want you to just, with a couple of clicks, be able to create your membership content, just put in the things that you are going to be actually selling, and that's what we were focusing on in this first phase. Yeah, these are the two things that are kind of super exciting for me, so I just wanted to mention them. But now I'm going to go into the questions and start answering the questions for you guys here. So let me just see how I get there. I'm going to share my screen to show you what I'm doing. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to come here, and then I wanted to click here. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know, but if you click on your profile where you actually have the ability to post, you click on your profile and you'll see all your posts and things like that, all your messages that you wrote. So this is what I'm interested, the comments of this post. So I'm going to open it in a bigger view, close this, zoom in, scroll down, and here we can see the questions that were asked from you guys. So Eric has a question: will we be able to hide courses in the memberships and work on them in the background? Absolutely. That's called the draft mode, and if we don't have them yet, then we'll have it very soon. Let's just see. Okay, so that's a lesson. Let's just see over here. If we don't have it yet, then we will have a toggle switch. I've seen in the devs mock-up somewhere that we'll have a draft mode. It's going to kind of gray out a lesson or a chapter, and it's not going to show up live while you're working on it. So that's going to be called a draft mode, and it's being worked on, or it has been worked on already, just not made live yet. Adrienne has a question. Will you please demo setting up a campaign in GrooveMail after connecting with SendGrid? Also, does a form need to be made in GrooveMail and embedded on the GroovePages in order to integrate with the GrooveMail sequence? So, great question. I can show you how to set up a campaign. If you have set up your account, I don't know if I have a sender connected here. We'll just double check. So if you connected SendGrid, Spark Post, Mailgun, what's the, yeah, or the other SMTPs that we have. I believe I don't have a sender connected in this account. Okay, yeah, I don't have one. Then basically the next thing what you need to do is go to campaigns or sequences, then set up some things there. If you don't have any kind of setup before that, then I suggest you start with your list. So you click on this third button over here, tags and segments, and you create a list. So the list is kind of a folder where all of your contacts will be put for a specific project, for a specific thing that you're working on. So for example, if you have a Black Friday promo, you can and you want to collect leads directly for that Black Friday promo through a form, then you can create something like a Black Friday promo sequence or promo launch, or just let's just leave it at promo. So this is going to be the list where you are going to be adding in the people from your form. You can also do tags, like for example, if you're selling different things, for example, you're selling, let's just say you're selling Groove, let's not connect Groove. I just say digital marketing basics light. Okay, the light is going to be the lowest priced option that you are offering. So whoever purchases the lowest option from you during this Black Friday promo, they are going to be tagged with this tag. Okay, you can also create a category for these tags. Let's just say Black Friday promo. Add on this category, and then you can select it from this drop down on here, Black Friday promo. You can also add a description for your tag, just so that you know everybody that purchased just, oops, wrong button. This that's more than enough. Create a tag. Now we created a tag for this is digital marketing basics in the light version, and in the category Black Friday promo. So now we have a list, we have tags. You can create all of the other tags. But if you want, you can create a campaign, and this campaign will be sent to um, to certain number of people. Whoever sign up to your list, or whoever gets a tag, you can create a campaign on that. Campaigns are one email that is being sent, is being kind of sent to everybody at the same time. If you want multiple emails to go after each other, then that's called a sequence here in GrooveMail. So you can also create a sequence. Whoever purchased a product will be getting multiple emails as a follow-up. Would that be a follow-up to see if they like the product? It would be a follow-up if you're inviting them to kind of become your affiliate. Would that be a follow-up just to see how they like the product? And the kind of things like that that requires multiple emails, that's called a sequence. So let's just say Black Friday marketing basics light. You can put in a follow-up. I'm just going to, or sorry, you can put in the description. I'm just going to add this on here. I'll just leave it like this. And here you can add a trigger. Your trigger most probably is going to be if somebody signed up through a form, or if somebody purchased or something like that. But you don't necessarily need to do a trigger over here in case you're using automations. And for example, if you would like to trigger this sequence when somebody purchases, that you do through automations, I'm going to show you in a moment. So then you can leave the triggers off, and then you start setting up your emails. you probably know how to set up the emails. I'm not going to show you that, but the important thing is that your emails will need a sender. The sender that you connected in um, like with SendGrid is going to show up here if you make it as a default. So if you turn on to have a sender by default shown, then it's going to show up here. And you'll not need to select it. So once you compiled your email, you can turn it on over here, just make it active, and then click done. And then that's one email. Then you add on the second email and third email. You can also add on the time delays and things like that. So it's really allowing you to do all sorts of funky stuff with the sequence. When you're done, make sure you have all of these turned on. You click save, and that's going to be sending out the actual emails based on the actions. Now, you most probably know how to set up a form, so I'm not going to show that, but I'm going to show you if you don't set up a trigger in a sequence, you can trigger them through automations. And one of the automations that I would use is if somebody purchased a product, then you select the product. I'm just going to just very quickly choose randomly. Then subscribe to sequence. So this is how you can also trigger a sequence to kind of send out emails, and then you set up the sequence to be the Black Friday digital marketing basic slide, and then click save. Okay, I'm just going to copy over here this automation. And you could also do multiple things, like for example, subscribe them to a list, Black Friday promo, and also add a tag that they purchased, Black Friday promo, and add this tag. So multiple things you can do within the automations at the same time. So now I have, if somebody purchased the this product, they are going to be subscribed to my sequence that I created. They're going to be added to the list, and they are also going to be tagged with that certain tag that I created. Make sure you click automate actions, resume, and that turned on this thingy. So I don't really know what you're trying to achieve, but what I showed you is what you do after you have set up your sender. Basically everything, anything that you really want, depending on the setup. Would it be one email? Would it be email follow-ups? You can set that up this way. Forms, you asked about forms, Adrian. You can set up the forms with embedded forms here from GrooveMail. So you can have a form and you can get the code and embed it into your pages in GroovePages or anywhere else in the website or in the World Wide Web. But you can also head over to GroovePages and use the actual inbuilt GrooveMail element. The difference is that they are going to provide you a little bit more customization options that way. So if you head over to Elements, you scroll down almost to the bottom of the page, you can drag out the GrooveMail element and drop it on the canvas. And it's going to allow you to select which form you want to connect to, and then you can design the different form elements. That's the difference. Hopefully that helps. Okay. So Cameron has a question over here. Hello, David. When is it possible to change other languages, example, German to GrooveKart, GrooveMember, GroovePages, and GrooveCell? Thank you for your great effort and to all contributors and developers. Thank you very much, Cameron. I appreciate it. And also I will forward your wishes to the devs. At this moment, there is no ability to change languages other than English and Portuguese. We will have multiple languages come out for GrooveKart first, but at this moment we won't be adding on more languages from our side until we have the kind of the core features that we want in the platform. For the moment, we want to really have a very, very, very powerful platform built in English. Then it's going to be easy to translate them later on. But for now, we don't have plans to work on translations. For GrooveKart, we already started implementing things that are going to make it easy to translate the stores to other languages. So that may come sooner, but for GrooveMember, GrooveCell, GroovePages, that parts are going to come later down the line. I don't have an ETA, but at this moment we are going to focus on building out the feature set of the platform. Hey, buddy, can you break down GrooveMember 2.0 in Sandbox mode? I want to properly set clients' expectations. I don't want to misinform them. Thanks. So Keisha, that's something that I would suggest you to watch this video, GrooveMember version 2 demo. Oops, not this. So this one. If you would like to receive all of the info that we can provide, this is where you're going to learn everything about that. I'm going to share this link with you. Just copy paste it here as a reply, and hopefully you're watching. I did a short demo, but we went into depth in this video, so that's going to help you understand it. Add fruitfulness, very cool name. Hi, David Lemon. I'm writing to ask the below questions about Groove lifetime purchase, as I was asked by a friend and couldn't provide him with any of the answers. Please kindly provide me with the best possible answers to the following questions. If one purchases a Groove Platinum lifetime membership, will Groove give him access to Groove private IP number and SSH? No, that's not how it works. What type of database does Groove has? Can the lifetime member have access to the root to the... Okay, so I believe you or your client has been working with WordPress and installing WordPress on servers and things like that. That's not needed with Groove at all. So Groove is a pre-built platform where you really just register and you can just start building out your sites. There's no need to install anything. There's no need to download anything. There's no need to set up cPanel, Flex, and PHP, because that's not how it works. It's a cloud-based software which is already installed on our server. So really, you can just become a user and start using it. It's like Facebook. You don't go into Facebook and set up your own stuff, cPanel, Flex, and PHP and stuff. So Groove will most probably not allow you all of the custom funky stuff that you can do with your own servers. But if you need that, there is an option for you. If you want to just really have a website or a funnel or a sales system or something that you can start using quickly and without a lot of hurdles, then that's Groove for you. So I will not go into each and every one of your questions, because I believe you think that let me just move to this side. I believe you think that you need to install all that stuff, but it's not needed. Just really register, create an account, and start using it. It's really like most of the cloud-based softwares that you can use, like Google or Facebook. It's really in the cloud, so there's no need to install anything. So that's the brief explanation of these questions here. Brian Dunn has a question. Hey, David, in most design tools, you can insert an image into the text so that the text flows or wraps around an image naturally. See screenshot. This is a wonderful way of making your articles more visually interesting, but I can't seem to figure out any way to achieve the same natural flow in Groove. Can you show me how to do this? So these are different types of builders, Brian. There is a variety of different builders. What we have in GroovePages is a one type of builder. So this is a block-based builder. So you have different columns and dividers and not dividers, but different elements that compile a page. So this is what's in HTML and CSS and stuff. There are other editors, like what Google Docs is, or Word or other text editors that work on a different style builder. In here, you can really simply just add an image. See, apple, this type of apple. Okay, insert, and then when you have some text, it's going to wrap around with these options that you have here. GroovePages builder is not this type of builder that can do these types of things. What we may have this type of functionality in Groove Blog later on, but this is going to be something that is not going to be available in GroovePages. GroovePages is really built. Here's your block. You can put in stuff in that block. Would it be multi-column or one column or things like that? So you arrange things on the canvas based on the blocks. So this is GroovePages. If you would like to have this type of layout or a builder, or sorry, or a kind of a creator, that's what GrooveBlog is going to be. We don't have this option in GrooveBlog. GrooveBlog is using something that is called a quill editor. This is more like what you see in these text editors. But at this moment, we don't have this automatic arrangement of images. So this is similar to what I showed you earlier with Google Docs, but here at this moment we have one position for an image, and this is in the middle of the screen. So later on we will have more options. When you click on the button, you'll have an edit option to change the image, to do certain effects even, and then we'll have the options to wrap the image around the text. But at this moment that's not available, and it is not even a very, very frequently asked feature, to be honest. If you would like to have it, head over to our feedback portal and just request it here. At this moment, it is not there, but go into feedback feature request and request it here. We do have that plan, but we don't have an ETA because it's not a highly requested feature. When did you say we will get organizations of images like folders, tagging, and tag-based search? I didn't say it. Is it part of the new portal approach you will be doing? We will have new portal, but that's not part of it. So organization of images is something that we will be doing in 2022. I don't have a clear estimate for that, but we will have a we have plans to look into a new image library system that can create folders and things like that. At this moment, there is no ETA on that. Somewhere in 22 is my answer for now. Are we allowed to use Groove.CM name as part of a private subdomain? Example, Groove.CM ninjatraining.mydomain.com. Yes, but that doesn't sound good, and I wouldn't use it. Like, there's so many cool names that you could do. It doesn't even have to be called Groove. Just called Build Your Business Ninja Training, or Ninja Training to Build Your Business.com, or something like. Just doesn't have to mention Groove. I believe that Groove.CM is, or Groove.CM is not trademark. I'm not 100% sure, so please don't take me up for this word. Groove.CM. If it is, then we will probably need to mention it somewhere over here. But at this moment, I don't think it is. So Groove.CM, if you want to mention it like that, could work, but it's not a sexy thing to say or read or understand for those that are not in this world. So I wouldn't suggest it. If I would create my business and training or something around Groove, I would just use the word Groove. It doesn't have to be Groove.CM. What if we change it later on? Like, I would not rely. Just call it Groove or Groove Ninja Training or something like that. Groove is not a trademarked word. Everybody can use that, and that's going to provide you more long-term options. Like, we changed from Groove apps to Groove funnels, then from Groove funnels to Groove.CM. It could be that we change again. I don't know if we will, but it could be. So I would just call it Groove, and that kind of covers everything. Hello, David. I want to set up a GrooveKart where customers order the products online and I ship the products from my mortal location. Where can I find instruction on how to set up the shipping portion of GrooveKart, or will you show me how to do this part? So yeah, so you can create your own custom shipping options over here. We don't integrate with shipping providers from GrooveKart, so that's something that you'll need to find integration with ShipStation, maybe, if you're using if you want to automate this shipping portion. ShipStation is an interesting platform that you can use. So create an account in ShipStation. You can integrate that with Zapier. Currently, we will be having a direct integration to ShipStation, but that's still on the roadmap. We are working on that one, but it's going to allow you to kind of manage your orders and print labels easily, send tracking and selling channels and things like that. So ShipStation would be probably needed for you to kind of handle that automation with shipping companies. If you don't want that, if you just want to receive the order and then you're going to kind of pack it yourself and bring it to the post office, you don't need this integration. Then you can just go simply over here to your GrooveKart dashboard. You click on the settings and click shipping. Here you will create the shipping settings and shipping methods. So you can create a new shipping method that is going to be for your product. You can give it a name, the description. You can give it a logo. So if it is like an express shipping or something, you can create a nice little banner for, I'm going to show you, express shipping. To create a nice little image, something like this, and then use that on the checkout page to kind of stand out. Or express shipping or fast shipping or something like that. Even if it is not express shipping, you can call it fast shipping because that's the name of your shipping method. If you're connected to some software like ShipStation or something like that, they will give you some tracking information, and you can include tracking URL. You can include that here, or in case you're doing drop shipping or something, then you will be able to do the tracking that the drop shippers provide you. You can do setup according to the total price or according to the total weight. You can then set up the different zones where you want to ship. The zones you manage in the settings, and then international. We're here. You can set up the different zones for countries or things like that. You basically say, okay, I want to sell to people in United States, Canada, and Ireland only, not UK, only Ireland. So you can create the zones over here. You can go to the countries and create and then see all of the countries and the states and everything. So you can pick and choose. And then once you're done, you can create a zone, add a new zone, and call it my shipping zone, for example. My shipping zone. Okay, save. Then you add countries and states to this shipping zone that you decided. So let's just edit this. Okay, so actually we need to go to the countries and there add it to the zone. So you can choose the default country over here, and then you can manage them. So Albania, Algeria, you choose your own different countries like United States. Here we go. So United States, and then action, and then assign to a new zone. And then you choose the zone. Oops, I didn't check it. I didn't check it. So I assign to a new zone from the drop down, my shipping zone, and you click assign to a new zone. So now you basically pick and choose the countries that you want, add it to the zone, and now they are added to this my shipping zone here. So you can start setting up a shipping method for that zone directly. So you'll just need to reload, and then you put in the prices. So here is my new shipping zone, and then you can say will be applied when the price is bigger or smaller, or in dollar amounts, or according to total weight. So you can play with this one and then create your custom kind of shipping options depending on your postal office prices or the shipping prices that you selected. Or you can also integrate with a ShipStation, and they kind of do that from their side. For ShipStation integration, you can go into apps, app manager, and you would need to have Zapier Zapier connect to ShipStation in that case. So here in apps, you can turn on the Zapier integration that will handle the actual connection between your GrooveKart store and the ShipStation. So that's basically it for that. I don't want to go any further in there because I could talk about that for months. If you have any specific questions now on top of this one, you can head over to our support team and then ask specific questions, or even in the community, in the Facebook community, there is a lot of people that already did this multiple times and they would be able to point you in the right direction. Okay, next question. Would you do a quick example on using the cash in hand feature in GrooveKart with a physical product and digital product? So cash in hand, that's cash on delivery, is just a payment option that you can turn on from settings and then payment gateways. So it's nothing special. Basically, you create a product. Would it be a digital product, or I wouldn't sell digital products with pay cash on delivery because digital products are delivered instantly. So for physical products, I would sell physical products with cash on delivery. If this is in your local area, you click connect, and then if you click if you want to manage it a little bit more, you have some phrases that you can change to your own custom phrases. But what this will do is basically just show up as an option on the checkout page, so that users can select it as a payment method. So when you receive an order with this payment option, then you're going to have an order in GrooveKart, which will say um, cash on delivery selected. So you're not going to receive the money digitally, but you're going to need to do the cash on delivery. So, okay, it doesn't show here on my end because this is a test store, but it would show up here as a cash on delivery option. Let's just see if I can fill it up with some dummy info. And maybe it shows in the next step. Fast shipping, go to payment. Yeah, here in the payment method, I believe it's going to offer you the cash on delivery. So people can click on cash on delivery, and that's basically it. They're going to be forwarded to the order confirmation. Now the order came in, and I can see that in the orders tab. And then the order will show up as a cash on delivery payment, so you can manage that yourself. So if you're using postal service or some sort of a shipping option, you can instruct them to actually receive the payment for your in your behalf. So that's it. You can update the status if you actually shipped the product, and keep the customers informed about that. Hopefully that helps. Okay, Brian has a question. Hi, David. Can you demonstrate how to place a graphic like a logo and text next to each other in a block, inline, and have them be left, right, or center aligned? Let's see. I haven't used these layout options for quite some time. I don't think I have GroovePages opened, so I'm going to open it here. And I believe the next question is about layouts. Yeah, can you explain the differences in the different types of display choice? So the different types of display choice is CSS properties. So this is for the users that know that want to play with that information a little bit. So let me just delete all of that stuff from here. Okay, that's not the best thing. So I'm going to open maybe page 2. Yeah, so I'm going to just use an empty block over here and then play with that there. So what Brian is trying to do is to have a container which has 2 images next to each other. I'm going to just upload the image in here. Let's just use this click to play sound icon. Okay, it's a bit big, so I'm going to resize it a little bit. Oh, that's not the sizing. This is the sizing. But I can use this. And then do sizing to be auto. Here we go. So now I have an image. I'm going to duplicate it, and it's immediately set up to be showing next to each other. Now, if I want in the container, I can click on the layout of the container. I have the container selected. I go vertical and then put it in the center. But now you see that this is also set up in the center. So what you could do is you can click the container and then layout, put it in inline, but this then bumps it back to the left hand side. So how to manage this is you can actually drag in another container. So either this or one column inside this actual block that you have. That's not where I wanted to add it. Let's just do this. Let's see if I can add it next to the images. So this is in. Okay, so they actually did come to the block that I wanted them to. So I can move then these images to the container below. I'm just going to move it, delete this one. It's funky. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's save and reload. I'm trying to select this, but this one is getting selected for somehow. So let me just reload. So what I want to show you is that with an extra container inside, you would be with an extra container inside, it would allow you to kind of have more management options over the actual styling. I think I need to delete everything or basically start from a blank page because I was doing a lot of testing with these sites. I start from beginning. I will add a container with an extra container in there, and then 2 images. And then there is a container inside a container. So I can now set this up to be vertically centered. And even if I set it to be inline, I can set up the previous to the bottom container to be vertically centered. Oh yeah, because this the second container is full width. Let's just work with the sizing. Okay, I'm confused now. It should show up in the middle of the screen. There's something not right about this one. I'll need to play with it a little bit more, but for some reason it doesn't work as it is intended to. And could be that this is why you're asking about that. It could be with the inline issue, but that's how it should work. So I do have a training on that one when I think about that. If we type in here layout option, styling and layout, I believe this is where I went over the same exact exercise, where I put in a page and then I kind of duplicated things around and then managed it. So have a look at this one. For some reason, I'm not having success. It could be that my site that I'm using is just broken because of all of the testing that I did. I really butchered these features, but it could be just that there's a bug in the layout option over here. Not sure, but if you would like to learn a little bit more on these, then have a look at this image styling options. Yeah, I'm going to move on because I'm taking a lot of time on these questions. So we now finalize the questions from the Facebook comment. I'm going to jump into the questions from the live stream. Hopefully you guys are still following. Okay, there is a question for the fifth time I'm seeing this one. Ila Pulekar editor, who, I don't know if I pronounced your name correctly or not, but please, you posted your question everywhere. And this I call spamming. So please don't spam your questions. If you have a question, ask them in support. What you are asking right now is very specific to your case. And it needs to be answered by support because we would need to look into your case. You posted it in the feature, the new feature portal or feedback portal. You posted it 2 times in the Facebook group. You message support. You like, don't do that. Ask once in the support if you have a very specific question about your use case. If you need tips or tricks, you can ask them in the community, but don't spam one exact question everywhere. That's going to be getting you very, very quickly dropped out of places people don't like, and that's called spamming. Please don't do that. Okay, it's not only you. I've seen a lot of people do this, and they will be warned as well. But for you, for your sake, if you want to stay in the groups, if you want to stay in these places, this is a lot of time for us to manage all of these platforms where you're actually dropping in your comments. We probably answered it already on one of the platforms, so now we need to go back to the other 5 and delete it. So please don't do that. It's just taking a lot of our precious time. We would be able to answer more of these answers, but we now need to go and manage all of the platforms. So please, if this is you, please don't do that. Okay, just help us out. Gilmar has a question. Hi, David. I do appreciate all the wonderful job you've done and help everybody to understand better this platform called Groove.CM. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Gilmar. It's not a question. This is something I'm going to screenshot. We like to receive these types of feedback. This is wonderful when we wake up and see something like that, for sure. Thank you for the Q&A, David. I have a couple of questions for GrooveCon as we are just 12 days away. Sure, I'm going to give my best to answer. Do we have a Facebook group for conference goers? Thank you, Paula. There is no separate group for GrooveCon, unfortunately. I know that the marketers crews have a group for them, but the GrooveCon is just 2 days, so it doesn't really make sense. And the GrooveCon is going to be a live event, so you're not going to be most of the times in the Facebook group. For those people that are going to be watching live inside the Groove community, or basically online, to say it like that, they are going to be communicating in the current group that we have. So we don't plan to do a GrooveCon group specifically for those people that are attending the live event. Okay, with all of these issues with Facebook, do you think you can convince Mike to give us a Groove book? Facebook? No, that's not something that our company wants to focus on. Who's in charge of Facebook group? There is a couple of people managing it, but I don't understand why is this your question. Take a look at fantastic. These look fantastic and are so helpful. Thank you, David Lemon Groove team. My pleasure. Can you please show us how double opt-in works on GrooveMail? I'm really confused about the confirmation and success URL. Is there a video to show step-by-step walkthrough using a lead magnet with a GIF? I don't have a video on that specific topic, but I can show you what confirmation URL is and what a success or where the redirect URL is. So let me just find an image. I did an actual screenshot the other day about this. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you an image that a lot of people don't understand. So a confirmation URL is you sent an email. The first email that will be delivered is going to ask people to click and confirm the actual the actual allowance to receive emails. So you can create a page like this. This could be created in GroovePages. This was created in a different platform. This is just an image that was embedded on the page, but you can do some text. So basically a headline, a paragraph, another paragraph here, an image, and another piece of text here at the bottom. So this is kind of a confirmation URL that you basically received. We sent you the email with a confirmation link, and now we are asking you to please click on it to confirm. Okay, so this is the confirmation page URL. So what this is, what you can do is create a page like this in GroovePages where you're saying just please check your email and click on the link that was sent to you. That's it. The next thing after that is a redirect URL, is where you're actually sending the people to. Let me just open GrooveMail and show everybody what I'm talking about. I actually have GrooveMail here. Okay. So let's go and edit this one. So this is in the form setup. So here in the form setup, you have a single opt-in or a double opt-in. The double opt-in is what I was talking about. So you select your sender, you put in your message, but what we do is we send out a message first where we ask people to click on this confirmation. Here there's a confirmation page URL. This is where you create a page in GroovePages like this one, okay? And there you just put in the link. What you're instructing the users is, hey there, it's good to have you here. We sent you a confirmation link. Please click on it here. Okay, that's basically it. You don't have to use this if you don't want to, but it's helpful. It's helpful for the users that are signing up. And then we have the success URL. This is basically a redirect. After they successfully signed up, where do you want them to go? So that's if you have a form for a freebie, so you're getting people to sign up for your freebie, the success URL is going to be the page where you're delivering the freebie. Would that be a thank you page or a download page or somewhere? So that's the success URL. The confirmation page URL is just to tell them, hey, we sent you a message, please click on the confirmation link. So hopefully that helps. Okay, I tried the GrooveMember 2.0. The addition of level of course design membership is the best, and the grid view at each level is user-friendly and magical. Yep, I agree. Where to add the code to your forms page in GroovePages builder to integrate the form to your email list. We don't work with codes. We do. We have direct integrations, or you can use Zapier. You don't, or you can use also Post. So this is a webhook. So I get what you're saying about the code. There are some platforms which will give you a form, like in a brackets. It's a form code that you kind of connect with a page builder code. We don't work with that system. What we have is you can just select a form like this, for example, and if you want to integrate it, you just click between the form fields somewhere. You see the form container. You can go into configuration and then integrate with an integration or a post. A post is a webhook URL, so you can send all the form information to a webhook if you prefer that. If you want to choose an integration, you can go into your avatar over here and click my integrations, and then you can see all of the integrations that we have currently in the platform. Or you could use Zapier for that one as well. But we don't work with form code. That may be something we add in the future, but at this moment we don't have it. Hi, David. In the last update, I remember correctly, you said when I copy the text, it will copy the design too. Yes, so there is two things, and I'm just going to show you here in This is a Chrome functionality. This is not a GroovePages functionality. I'm just going to copy some text from the internet. Maybe this. Okay, so this, if I just copy this, now copied over the text. But platforms and text editors, they give you the option to copy and paste, which was, this was just a normal paste. This is Control V. I clicked Control V. This is pasting with styling. But there is also Control Shift V, which in this case it doesn't work, but it basically does this: paste without formatting. Okay. Now I would need to install something, but this is the difference. So Control V in my case is paste, but Control Shift V is paste without formatting. And this is the same thing that happens in Groove as well. So if we come over here to some text, let's just find some text. Let's just use this blue one. And if I want to just highlight this text and Control V, in certain cases it's going to paste it with a green, or sorry, with a gray outline that I have here as well. But if I do Control Shift V, it's going to only take the text. So let me just try and copy this one actually. Let's see. Okay, this is a different element, so it's most probably not going to act like what I want, but hopefully you understand. When you're copying text from somewhere else and you paste it, it may have the styling still attached to it. But if you Control Shift V or just right click and then say paste as plain text, it's going to be pasting the text without any styling. So hopefully that helps. It was not a very good demo because I didn't find text that I could copy with those styling options. I'm going to just close all of that here. But hopefully this is helpful for you to understand about what I mean. So there, it's a Chrome functionality, and it's in all Chromium browsers, not only Google Chrome. Where to add the code for your... Okay, I actually answered that one as already. Today when I copied text, it only copied the text, not the text design. Can you tell me why? It just depends. You saw it earlier. I did the same thing. It just copied the text as well. Could you explain what is the difference between GrooveMail and email autoresponder? GrooveMail is an email autoresponder. So that's just the name of our email autoresponder. So there are two types of email platforms. One is an email inbox, that is your free Gmail or free Outlook or something that you're using to kind of go, you have an inbox there and you receive messages and then you send out messages, normally to one or a couple of people at the same time. What GrooveMail is a mass email platform which has also autoresponder capabilities, and it's basically a marketing platform that uses email for reaching out to a bigger number of people at the same time. So it's kind of a, if you want to simplify it in the simplest terms, GrooveMail is kind of for sending newsletters and a lot of emails to a lot of people, and your Gmail is an email inbox for receiving all of those newsletters and basically managing the emails. So that's the difference. We have GrooveMail, that's a mass email sender, autoresponder for with extra automations and tagging and segmenting and other capabilities. Hello, David. I came in 20 minutes into this, so apologies. No problem. That's just the Q&A. It's very flexible. Can we import our existing list from other autoresponders to GrooveMail? That's going to be available. It's not available yet. We are working on the layout of the approval process. So there will be a form. You need to fill out the form, and then a real live person will go and check all of the contacts. We will have we'll quickly scroll through and check which are contacts that are kind of valid contacts, which are contacts that are not valid contacts, which are basically what we are trying to check is if you send out emails, can that be marked as spam, or is the email list yours? Actually, there are people that are purchasing email list, illegal email list from the internet, and they are trying to send out spam to those, trying to make quick money. But we don't want our platform to suffer the consequences of being blocked because somebody purchased an email list out of the internet. So that's what we are doing. We were kind of put on a in a corner because we had users that tried to spam, and now we just want to make sure everything is done so that we have a good platform for the future. So that's being worked on. It's not available yet. I guess in a couple of weeks. I really don't have an estimate. I really try to have all the dates in my head so I can answer questions to you guys. But at this moment, I don't have a clear estimate of when it is coming live within a couple of weeks, because at this moment, this is being worked on right now. Alejandro Rico has a question. Is GrooveKart having other integrations like Printify, Printout Overload between others? Overload is specific to Shopify, so that's not, but Printify and the others may be connected now to our platform with our API. So if you want, go to docs.groovekart.com. I'm going to show you what that will open. Docs.groovekart.com. And that's going to be the documentation for our API. That's what they will need to actually integrate with us. At this moment, we are not trying to do direct integration. We're doing ShipStation integration right now. We may do some others in the future, but if you want to kind of speed that up, you can take this documentation and ask the Printify guys to actually integrate with us. We have webhooks and APIs, all of that connection and everything that they need is here in this documentation. So one more time, docs.groovekart.com. This is what they will need in order to connect to us, to provide the different products to be sold in GrooveKart as well. So in case you have some platform that you want to integrate with us, just send them this. We have just we are limited in the number of things we can do with our devs. So we cannot do everything that you guys are asking from us, but that's why we have things in place, which this API will allow, that you guys go out there and ask other developer companies and basically people to develop connections for us. So then you will have what you are looking for. Hello, Melon. How come this live Q&A and you don't specify what you're creating like old tutorials? I don't understand this question at all. How come this live Q&A and you don't specify what you're creating like old tutorials? In the old tutorials, I was creating one specific thing. I was not answering one question for a GrooveVideo, one question for something else. So these are basically people are coming on, asking me questions live, and I just answer it. That's what we are doing in live Q&As. I'm not doing tutorials anymore because that requires time for me to actually go in there, prepare for it. And previously I was the community manager, and that was the way I was answering questions. But now I'm managing a team of developers and other things that I'm working on in Groove, and I just want to answer questions very quickly and as many questions as I can. Previously, I was focusing 2 hours on one question, and now I'm actually focusing 2 hours on 100 questions. So that's the difference what I was doing before and what I'm doing now with these. It's possible to remove from a membership via automation. It is going to, at this moment, it's not. Again, 2 platforms. Please don't do that. It's really not necessary. That's going to, I'm not actively managing the group, but if we see this is considered as spam. Please don't do this. Okay, I really hope that you're watching. Okay, again, so this is a different question. Please, okay, I will need to action on this one. You're going to be you're going to be banned from the group. Please don't do this. Okay, this is the last warning. I just don't have fun managing all the platforms because one person is just going everywhere with one thing. Again, come on. When GrooveMember goes live, will customers be buying on a membership level or will they be buying on the course level? You'll be able to manage that yourself. You'll be able to set up specific access levels and content bundles. It's a very advanced thing that what we are doing with our membership with GrooveMember. You'll be able to manage everything, like everything, who gets what, very very simply. And that's the magic of the new GrooveMember. That's what is the phase 2. That's what a couple of our developers are working on right now. Access levels, it's very complex, and that's what we are trying to figure out, how to actually import the current access levels from the version 1 to the complex one in the version 2. So it's complex, it's not complicated. That's what I want to say, that you're going to be, you will have all the power to manage who sees what and what is getting delivered, but it's not going to be complicated to set it up. In what programming language is Groove platform ecosystem written? There's a different platform, so we were using a different programming languages, but the front end, I believe, is in JS. That's what I think. To be honest, I don't know. Is there a way to get the URL of an image without publishing it on a page first? No, not at the moment. Okay, that's the same question. Adding to Eric Rovelta's query based on tags, can we drip, add, or remove course under one or multiple memberships? You will be able to. Hi, I have the following question. Where do you add the code to your forms page? Okay, I was asked this already 2 times. Hi, I have the following question. Okay, that's another time. I answered this question earlier, so if you haven't seen it, please just rewind. Scott has a question. Do you think these should be more mobile responsive? Can these be sped up? I did try a blank template with just one line and of text, and that was coming up with 4 seconds loading time. I don't know what this is related to. Let's see. Yeah, Scott, I don't have a previous question from you, so I don't know what this is related to. What could be more? What should be more mobile responsive? Donna said that we can modify our unsubscribe page in GrooveMail. Where do we do this? We will allow that in the future, not at the moment. She wants to have that functionality. That's what she said. We want to provide also options to kind of do a last offer before somebody unsubscribes, to kind of do a goodbye gift, the goodbye offer, and things like that. That's going to be coming, but that's not an option at this moment. Hey David, this is just a friendly request to check if it is possible to have a video in the Groove dashboard to not autoplay by default. I love you guys, but it's driving me nuts. The dashboard, it's autoplaying, and that's what we want to do, because there is a lot of new users that are coming on, and there is no sound. You are probably not staying on the dashboard for 10 minutes. So you can also click the pause button if that. We want to do that because that's converting for everybody that joins Groove, that signs up. We want them to see that, and that's a message. That's our decision that we did. You can click the pause button if you don't want to see it. When building my landing page in GroovePages by clicking on a container, can you explain gutter width and what it is used for? Absolutely. So gutter width is basically the space between the 2 columns. Let me just delete everything from the page here. So let's just put in a column with 2 boxes. And you can see now I have a block with 2 containers. If I click in between of these containers, I will select the layout 2 by 2. And that's basically where I can go and configure the gutter width. If you change it to none, you're going to see that the spacing between the 2 containers have disappeared. So there is nothing, there is no gutter, there is no spacing in between. If you set it up to be extra large, it's going to increase. it's going to be wide. So that's basically managing this, the space between the two columns. Okay. Hello, David. Do I need to purchase a single domain or many domains to use GroovePage? If you want to have a single site, you can purchase a single domain. Or if you plan to have one single site, you can purchase one domain. If you plan to use many different domains for many different projects, then you can do that one as well. With a platinum account, with a paid account, you can have as many domains as you prefer. With a free account, you can have 3 domains connected to your Groove account. Are we able to create templates, websites, and/or pages, copy site pages? Yes. You can create share links as well. So if you created a template for your website, you can create a share link and then share it with somebody, and they will, with one click, import that design. The thank you redirect link is missing in container form for some. When submitting an email and the name in the subscribe now for submit forms, the thank you redirect option is gone. Why? After visitor submits email and name to be redirected to the thank you page, or I don't understand this. Let me see. When submitting email and name in subscribe now for submit forms, the thank you redirect option is gone. After visitor submits an email name to be redirected to a thank you page or the URL, it's not gone. We never touched it. Let me show you. So here I'm going to put in a form on my page. Let's just use this. If I click somewhere in between configuration, you need to select an integration. So if you integrate with Zapier or something, you're going to see the thank you redirect link for a URL. It's here. If you're using a GrooveMail form, it's the same thing. So if you just embed a GrooveMail form on there, you still have the options to manage the actual redirect from here. You can see there's a thank you redirect link. Or you can also set it up in the actual GrooveMail form that you, for example, you select this one, and if you don't override it here, it's going to use the default one that you set up inside GrooveMail. So this was never deleted. It's not gone. So it's still there. Thank you redirect link is missing in container form for some. I don't understand, but you can see it's there. Donna Fox is watching. LemonAid number 50. We should be celebrating. Groove appreciates you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a great achievement. Thank you very much, Donna. Hi David, I'm struggling. Let me just remove this. I'm struggling to get comments set up in my blog. Yeah, Elaine, Facebook is changing the API and the setup of their of what they allow and what they don't allow, like what we do with socks. Like we change the socks most of the times every day. Of course, there are people that don't do that, but Facebook is very picky in the last couple of months with all of the things that they do, with the iOS changes and their API changes and their on what they allow and what they don't allow. So we were, I believe, 5 times changing the comments in GrooveBlog for Facebook. So I believe this is the last time. If it doesn't work, we're most probably going to just find a different solution, because I don't want to work again on the setup of comments. So if you can check, if it doesn't work, please report, and we'll probably need to find a different solution, because Facebook is just very picky and I just don't want to rely on them anymore. Thank you, David. Hi, Sir Love. Thank you very much. And that is the last comment I've seen here. Okay, cool. That's it. Any other questions, guys? Let's just see. Maybe somebody wrote over here in the Facebook post. I'm not sharing my screen now. I'm just going to double check very quickly if there is something. Still in the hospital. Okay, I hope you're good, Elaine. I hope you're doing well. Keeping the fingers crossed for you that all is good. Cool. So that is it, what I can see from your questions. There is one more question here. If I'm premium user, how many domains am I allowed? You can connect as many domains as you want. No worries, Elaine. Yeah, so if you would like to see the package and what you get when you purchase, you can go to groovefunnels.com/packages. Here you can see a nice table of everything that you get. So basically, if you want to know custom domains on the lifetime account, you have unlimited. Basically, we don't limit how many custom domains you connect. Okay, let's just see. Is agency level still coming this year? We are really working towards that one. As I mentioned a couple of times, we will be working, or we are actually getting towards the end of the user roles and permissions. Firstly, we will do it for Groove Blog because it has a certain permissions that that are different than for the rest of the apps. So user roles and permissions means that you're going to allow others to join your account and kind of a VA and things like that. That's the first phase. Next phase is going to be connecting the payment options and a way to manage somebody else's account. That's going to be the agency option, and that's going to be coming after the user roles are out. We are finalizing the user roles by the end of this month for Groove Blog. That doesn't mean that we are going to publish it out. That means that we are going to do the development part of it for ourselves here, and then we can just go on to the other apps and then do the other permissions for those. Once that is done, once that is fully tested, then when that gets live, then we are actually moving on to the agency. I don't think the agency part is going to take us a lot of time, so I really think that we can do that by the end of this year. If not, then very early next year we are going to have the agency option. GrooveMail after form submission. Thank you page is not working. Check with both options in GrooveMail and form and configuration. Thank you. Can you show? I actually just did that right now. Thank you page is not working. Check with both option GrooveMail, form and configuration. Thank you. To be honest, I didn't test it out. I just show that it's there because earlier it was said that it's not there, that it was removed. But if it's not working, please record a video and we'll look into this one for you. At this moment, I didn't receive any reports about that. Okay. Thanks, David. Appreciate you and the team. My pleasure. Sorry, Benny. I know it can get quite annoying if you're basically logging into Groove a lot of times, seeing that. But I just we have a lot of new users that we also want to provide that information to. Okay, I answered as well. David, congrats on number 50. I watch a lot, but don't always have questions. Really appreciate all your help. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate you being here. Can you please submit the form and check it is not working? I will not do that now. I will be wrapping it up very soon with this Q&A, but I will check it later on. If you have done it on your end, please report it to support. Okay, that's something that you should do, that we have it tracked properly in the system. Okay. Okay, somebody's shouting. Not sure if somebody just turned on the caps lock, doesn't realize. I noticed that every time I use a video from GrooveVideo, it slowed down the website speed when I run developer test. Is there a way to improve that, especially for Google SEO purposes? Whenever you embed anything on the page, Would it be a YouTube video, Vimeo? Would it be a third-party form? Would that be literally anything? It's going to slow down the page because it's actually getting the information from somewhere else. It's pulling more info from somewhere else, and that is always going to slow down the site. Now, I did see that that the actual GrooveVideo, when it's playing, it's a bit heavier than the other players, uh, but it's not a huge difference, to be honest. It's a little bit of difference, but yes, this is something that I already have on a cart to be working on. At this moment, we are not going to do changes on that one. I believe next year is going to be the time for that. The first thing that is going to come out is we're going to do a thumbnail to load before the actual video. So that's, if for those people that are very SEO savvy, and the people that want to kind of improve and maximize their page speed, for those people, the actual thumbnail to load first is going to be very helpful. Let me see if I can show you an example of that. That means that there will be a button that will look like it's a video player, that there will be an image that will look like it's a video player, but it's not going to be a video player. It's just going to be an image. And after that, let me just see. I actually have an example site of that somewhere here. Give me just one moment. Okay, I believe I have it here. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So as you can see here, this is an image. If I click and drag it out, this is an image. But if I click, then it's going to load the video player. So this over here, what you're seeing, this is not on GroovePages, but that's the functionality we'll be adding into our own video element over here. So when you load in a video, in the configuration, you'll have a toggle switch, load thumbnail first, and that's going to provide you this. So this is basically an image that will load first, so it's going to make it easy on the page load speed, and then when people actually want to see the video, then it's going to load the video quickly. So that's the functionality we will be adding on for those people that are kind of realizing that embedding video is making their speed slower. But yeah, we will also improve the speed of GrooveVideo loading time next year. Okay, I agree with Donna. Yay, 50. Always so helpful, David. Thanks for doing these. My pleasure, Susan. My pleasure. I'm an original backer. Do I have access to Copy Pro? If you purchased Copy Pro, you probably have access to it. If you didn't purchase, then you don't, because Copy Pro is not a Groove platform app. It's not the software that we created. That if we would have created it, you would get it. But at this moment, Groove Copy Pro is just a partnership with a company called Copy Pro, and that's their software. So we just added on top of the software some extra education and extra instructions, and that's why we called Copy Pro. We wanted to bring in a professional copywriting software into the mix because people were asking for it. The reason is there are a lot of AI or these artificial intelligence copywriters, but none of them can do what Copy Pro can do. Copy Pro was created with a professional copywriters in mind. So the real copy that the best copywriters in the world wrote was put in the software and made easier to be accessible to everybody. That's what Copy Pro does. If you didn't purchase it yet, it's highly recommended. I have tested, I believe, around 20 different platforms, and I believe Copy Pro, or basically Groove Copy Pro, is the best copywriter on the in the world right now, and they are just starting to add on AI features, which creates conversion, like copy that converts, like conversion focused words. That's the main point of Copy Pro. There are other platforms that create blog articles and, I don't know, social media posts and things like that, but those don't need the world's best copywriters added into the database, because everybody can write social media articles. What Copy Pro does is very unique, and no other platform can do that right now, and that's why it's unique, and that's not a part of the Groove funnels, the Groove Platinum package. Du- du- du. Hi, David Lemon. In GrooveKart store in PayPal setting, not showing client ID and secret key options. That's correct. That was an update. If you haven't seen the update, we did a connection to PayPal Commerce. PayPal Commerce is a new version of PayPal. GrooveCell uses it for a year almost. The PayPal Commerce, that means that you don't need your client ID and secret key anymore. What you need is just to simply log in to your PayPal account, and that's going to immediately do a connection. So when you go to GrooveKart, you're setting up your PayPal, you click connect, it's going to show a pop-up modal with the actual PayPal, log into PayPal. Once you log into PayPal, that's basically it. The connection was made. GrooveKart and PayPal are now talking to each other, and there is no need to copy paste any kind of secret key or client ID or anything else. It's going to be automatically handled for you. If I have Copy Pro, I can create copy for different niches. Yes, absolutely. So there is hundreds of niches that are already built in. If you also need a specific niche, you can actually hire the Copy Pro team to actually create that niche within the software itself. It's really amazing. It's really something that I haven't seen before, and really, I am a lifetime deal platform junkie, and most of the softwares that are early stages, they offer some sort of a lifetime option uh, as a Kickstarter campaign. And I have used around 20 of these early stages copywriting softwares, and none came close even to what CopyPro can do. People are asking me, like, can funnel scripts from ClickFunnels and from the guys that are kind of related or connected to ClickFunnels, can funnel scripts do what CopyPro can do? And that's a big no. Nobody can do, no software at this moment can do what CopyPro can do, because it's so unique. Uses it uses copy from different people, from different brains, from the biggest and the most influential copywriters in the world, and it allows you to use the same copywriting. If you haven't seen, I can just show you a very quick video, not a quick video, but a demo we have every Wednesday in Groove. If you just visit our Groove YouTube channel, you can have a look. Every Wednesday we have Copy Pro Wednesdays with Mike and John Benson. John Benson is the creator of Copy Pro, and we really go in and then use Copy Pro and show how to use it, show the different options you can do. And basically, it's a podcast type of thing where we showcase uh, Groove Copy Pro and the capabilities, how to use it, and things like that. You can do avatars, you can do niches, you can do all sorts of different things, and it's pretty powerful. Okay, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be wrapping up for today. Thank you very much for being here. This was the Groove LemonAid number 50. It's a it's a big achievement for this year. We still have a couple more to go before we wrap up for this year, but if I really have a look at the first Q&A that I did this year and this one, we came such a long way. Like, we are so advanced right now with the software, with the way we work in the company, the how we kind of tackle different problems is just amazing. So yeah, a lot more to come in the next year. So Thank you very much for being here. I hope I didn't bore you to death. I hope you're going to be joining us on the next week's sessions as well. Now go out there, see what we created with the GrooveMember version 2, play with it, have a look, and then hopefully we'll see you on the next Q&A, which is on Tuesday. So until then, thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.